Good evening and welcome to Hungary Report, starting off Public Media M1's foreign language news hour. I'm Csenga Gabriela Ibolya with today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's begin. The epidemiological situation in Hungary is still favourable, but to keep it that way, experts warn that we need to be careful and follow the rules. In one day, the coronavirus was detected in 45 people in Hungary, while 2 elderly chronic patients lost their lives. Meanwhile, 4 players of Ferencváros men's water polo team also tested positive for the virus, which resulted in the Hungarian Water Polo Cup programs being postponed.
The Ferencváros men's water polo team would have faced against Vasas in the semi-finals of the Hungarian Cup on Wednesday. But the match had to be cancelled because Ferencváros had 4 players test positive for coronavirus. The water polo players are fine, asymptomatic, and an epidemiological investigation is underway at the club. Due to the infection, Thursday's final and the match of the women's team of Ferencváros were also postponed. We must make this responsible decision because we must not risk the health of the fans, the players, and our contributors, Attila Vári explained. Coronavirus genome material has been increasingly detected in wastewater in Budapest and Debrecen. The results of sewage testing show that the number of people infected will definitely increase in the coming days. But the extent to which this will increase depends very much on the responsible behavior and restraint of the population, Tomáš Bandic said. Epidemiological rules must therefore be complied with. It is important to wear a mask, to keep a safe distance, and that whoever has symptoms, such as fever, tiredness, a dry cough, a loss of taste and smell, should not go out to the community, but to call their family doctor on the phone. Due to carelessness, several smaller hotspots have recently emerged in the country. Experts also call for extreme caution when traveling abroad. Countries marked in yellow and red are still not safe. Those who can should avoid these countries.
The construction sector's production started to grow again. This was what the State Secretary for Construction Economy spoke about. According to the latest data, the sector's performance did not decrease in June, but increased by more than 6% compared to the previous months.
This year will see the biggest performance in housing construction. The construction industry is currently being pulled by housing construction and home renovations. This was said on M1 by the president of the National Trade Union of Construction Companies, who said that companies now have 5% more orders than a year ago. About 25 to 26,000 new flats can be completed by the end of the year. These are the flats and houses built in 2018-2019 with a 5% sales tax. Many new flats will be handed over this year, especially in Budapest, the president said. According to the president, the ever-increasing housing construction continues to be supported by the government's home support programs. Construction output started to grow again, stated the State Secretary for Construction Economy, adding that this is confirmed by the latest report of the Statistical Office as the performance of the sector increased by more than 6% in June compared to the month prior. Although the data still shows a decline in annual comparison, if we take into account that the sector closed a remarkably good year last year, and the coronavirus exploded in March this year, then this decline in performance is acceptable. Signs still suggest that the industry will continue to strengthen in the upcoming months. Construction investments still account for the vast majority of public procurements. 85% of public procurement is won by small and medium-sized businesses anyway, which is important to us because of the very high share of SMEs in the construction industry. And 68 forints out of every 100 forints are going to them. Anita Boros explained. The fact that this year the government has supported the investments of enterprises with about 500 billion forints, which is 1.4 billion euros, for the construction of new plants and the expansion of existing ones, greatly helps the recovery of the construction industry.
This year, due to the coronavirus pandemic, the Hungarian Interched Age wants to fill the school bags of 2,000 children with school supplies instead of the previous 1,000. The Start the School Together nationwide fundraising campaign was launched for the 9th time. In the coming weeks, personalized quality school packages worth 10,000 forints will be delivered to those in need.
This is how much a school bag weighs? The volunteers of the Ecumenical Aid Organization were curious as to whether people know how much a school bag weighs. I think it's at least 25 kilograms. We think school bags weigh the most if there is nothing in it. Kati Wolf, the face of the campaign, urges everyone to help families in need so that their children can also wait for the start of the school year with a full bag of school supplies. The aid organization would like to reach out to twice as many people in need this year. Their goal is to help at least 2,000 children with the start of the school year. They support each child with a school supply package worth around €29. More people have asked us for help during the start of the school year. That is why we have doubled our target and said that we want to provide actual help to at least 2,000 children to start school this year, Krzysztof Gánc stated. Supporting children in need requires the help of the public. Donations can be made to the Ecumenic Aid Organization on their website, www.iskolakezdésegyütt.hu, or on their hotline 1353. Every call counts. This is how the dreams of children in need can be brought to life. In order to fill a school bag, the hotline must be called at least 40 times.
Mahart's cruise program was successfully launched in July with significant interest and boat utilization exceeding 60% in August. The majority of holiday boats are used by Hungarians. Only 10% of the guests are foreigners. The season does not end with the summer. Various discounts are available until the end of October.
Due to the pandemic, this year holiday boats set sail later than planned in July. In April, all previous bookings were cancelled. Although the ships were ready, they were unable to deliver them to their place. However, since the launch, the data has been favorable. In August, the utilization of ships is 62%. The holiday cruise season does not end in the summer. People can rent boats at a discount until the end of October. One of the largest discounts of the program is the 35% discount. In effect, it moves between 35% and 15%. However, the service can be requested with a 35% discount in the months of September and October, Zoltán Kárándy said. It is already clear that in the coming years, this program can make a significant contribution to the touristic offers and development of Lake Tisza and the Upper Tisza and Bodrog rivers. Marius Révész, the government commissioner responsible for an active Hungary, said. At the same time, he announced that a new attraction would be built at Lake Tisza. We can see that Lake Tisza and this region is set to prosper. And some breaking news. Last night, it appeared in the Hungarian official gazette that the government approved plans for a rafting course in Kiskőre, for which funds have already been allocated, Marius Révész announced. The government commissioner added, primarily Hungarian guests make use of the holiday boats. Around 10% of guests are from abroad. The Hungarian shipping company Mahart is working on making the SZÉP card or Széchenyi recreation card an option in terms of service fees. This is expected to happen by the fall.
The Sopron Botanical Garden was afforested in the late 1890s. It was not until years later in 1922 that the area was transformed into a forestry botanical garden. The garden has expanded several times since then. Its value is increased by the fact that since its establishment, it has grown with many plant species collected from their original growth site. And in Buda, at the foot of Castle Hill, among the two-story houses, we are greeted by a piece of the Middle East. Here lies the Ottoman monk, as in dervish, Gul Baba's tomb. Originally built in 1543 as a tomb or mausoleum, it has now been turned into a colourful cultural centre. And that's all for now, but don't forget you can catch Hungary Reports every night after 11 o'clock news and online as always. Do stick around and watch our German, Russian and Chinese language news. Thank you for watching and have a lovely evening.